Hey y'all, it is about 95 degrees according to my car. I just went to Walmart to get myself some dinner and we're gonna go escape into the woods. But first, I'm not feeling very good. And you might be like, Carolyn, why are you escaping into the woods to sleep uncomfortably when you're not feeling good? I don't know, I can't explain it, I just wanna go. But yeah, I'm not feeling good, so I am not going to be making any kind of hot meal on site. I'm not cooking at the campsite. Instead, I'm going to use my Hot Logic to warm something up that I got at Walmart. I personally don't find that the Hot Logic does the best when you're using plastic. It works really, really well when I've got food in a glass container, but it's okay. It'll still work fine. So I'm going to get this thing plugged in. It's a 12 volt and I'm going to throw in this chicken Alfredo and get on the road. This is already really promising. I think this site is a lot more private than my last one was. I can barely see my neighbor through the woods. And then there's another neighbor there, but they're in a cabin. And I think my neighbor on that side might be car camping. At least he has the kind of car that if I had that kind of car, I would probably not ever sleep in a tent. So let's get out and take a look. Yeah, I think my neighbor over there is doing some DIY stuff, just like me. See how much fuel I have from the last time. It's empty. Hear it, but I'm not sure if I'm able to see it. Oh yeah, there it is. I can see it. There's a little bit of red. Okay. Alright, so now we've got thermocell secured. I'm gonna lock in and try to build this awning. There's a trail that leads up to my campsite. I think that might be the trail that leads down to the river, but I'm not 100% certain. I really hope that I don't have people coming through late at night. Oh, but there is a squirrel. I hope I don't have people coming through, but I kind of hope that I do have squirrels coming through. I have no idea where I want to start with this. I have a vision of the final, and I don't know how to get there. Fun fact, I may not crush it on these knots. I didn't bring my knot guide with me, and I have not been practicing my knots. So this is probably going to be a mess. Full transparency, don't be outdoorsy in the way that I am outdoorsy. Which is to say, pretty inept. Alright, so I forgot my mallet. Maybe I'm going to use this one as my mallet. Yeah, I was afraid that we were looking at another bust, but I don't think we are looking at another bust. Not yet, anyway. It's rough, but we'll see. broke my stake. I literally broke my aluminum stake. Too much rock gusto. I'm gonna move my car forward instead because that picnic table, I'm not moving it again. Okay. Okay, so I feel like there are some good things happening and some not so good things happening. First of all, I mean, tent as thing to attach my guy lines to, it's definitely working. Kind of-ish. Working-ish. However, how do I get that to be taut enough that it is not just fully sagging in the middle? Like, today should be clear, so I'm not going to have issues with, like, rain getting stuck in there and bringing it all down. But I don't think that without guy lines, like, you know, I would need one going out like this, pulling it straight out. But because I can't... I mean, I could try it and potentially break another stake. They were cheap. I could give it a try. Alright, I'm gonna grab one of these smaller rocks off of the fire ring and hope that I don't break this stake. Okay, so far that's holding and I didn't break that stake. Yeah, okay. That's not too bad. I would like to get that stake in a little better, but this is how we're looking now. I might be able to add a little bit of tension though, because like I said, I've got my ratchet straps. Wonder if there's anything I can do to tighten it up over there. Alright, so I added some guy lines that literally just go over the car. It's anchored on the other side. So, this is what we're working with. It's eccentric, but it's home, and I believe the ranger is about to visit. Alright, that was totally the ranger. She looked at my tarp situation like it's crazy, but that's fair because look at it. Now I'm actually going to get drinks out and clean up and relax a little bit because your girl has worked up a sweat in this 80-something degree muggy weather. Alright, y'all, so I haven't cleaned up, but I'm actually getting pretty hungry. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this Hot Logic and have some dinner and chill out. Nice. Alright, this doesn't look too bad. I said I was gonna sit down and relax, but then I realized, like, my whole setup is a mess. I didn't know where I was gonna sleep. So I've been fanning myself off and trying to get this chaos, I'm gonna give you a sneak peek, chaos under control. Because when it gets dark, I will probably want to be sitting and like enjoying dusk, you know, rather than running around trying to fix this nonsense. I think I've got camp 100% set up and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. The awning is holding up pretty well. I've got my fan, I've got my power station ready to power things up. I've got my little cooler full of my little drinks. I promise they're not all Diet Coke. Got some waters in there too. So now I'm just going to chill out and listen to an audiobook. So the awning kind of sort of works. I have some more like engineering questions to answer about it, right? I need to get it anchored better on the roof, like the roof of my car. And I think I might need a third pole to hold up the center of the edge so that it isn't like drooping as much as it is. Like it's droopy, right? My car is so short that I don't have that much headroom, and I could always extend the poles the whole way. They're like 4-segment poles and I only put in 3 segments, so I could always put in the 4 and just have it ridiculously tall and towering over my car. That might work fine. I also basically can't use the doors on the passenger side of my car right now, so I'm sleeping in the driver's seat. But I feel like it's been generally a successful experiment. It was too hot under there to sit and like relax, but if I needed to get out of like rain, I think that it would potentially hold up under like light rain. I also am thinking that I might switch out the tarp because it's like a medium duty tarp, right? It's not breathable. I might switch it out for some aluminette. It's this netting that's aluminum netting, aluminette. That's a little bit more breezy and breathable. Like sorry, my nose is insanely itchy. Like you'll get air circulation going out of it so it doesn't trap heat under there. But it bounces the sun's rays away. It'll give you shade, but not trap heat as much. So I might give Illuminate a try. I need to look at my awning pole options as well. But I'm not unhappy with it. Like, it's all right, and it looks ridiculous, but kind of like in a legit way. So I'm not mad. Let's see. I ducked back inside my car, and like I said, I'm sleeping in the driver's side. Not a huge fan of that because the steering wheel is right there, so I can't, like, you know, put my leg up or whatever. But if you hear that crunchy sound, that is an IKEA bag that has a blanket, like a big fluffy blanket stuffed in it. And it is leveling things out really, really well to where I can have my feet stretched out and, you know, I'm mostly level, which is the biggest problem with sleeping in the front seat. Other than that, I can't stretch out, but I can stretch out enough, you know. But I don't have my feet down in the footwell anymore, so I shouldn't have any problems with, like, sometimes when you sleep with your feet down below, you get some swelling. You know, it's not good. It's not healthy. It's best for your legs and heart to be on about the same plane, or your legs elevated. So I've got my legs at about the same level as the rest of me, and I think that that'll work out really well. So I am about to do a little cleaning up and changing so that I can go to bed for the night. I'm gonna head up the shower room. I'm not doing my skincare in my car today. I don't feel like it. Like I said earlier, I don't feel very good, so I'm not going to try and rough it today. I've been trying to, you know, avoid using the facilities in the park as part of my, like, training to become a tough cookie who can just be in her car forever and never have to leave. I'm not a tough cookie today. I'm gonna go to the really nice shower house and utilize that. I believe after that I'm just gonna go straight to sleep, so I'll see you again in the morning. Alright, it is almost 6 o'clock in the morning, and I think last night was probably my most successful car camp so far. I'm pretty happy with how things worked out. I slept a lot better than I have the last 2 times. Like, I don't need a tent under those circumstances. That was fine. The awning held up okay. The awning held up okay. I definitely need to think about how I'm putting it together going forward. Sorry, I'm still so itchy. I keep scratching my, like, nose region. I'm just itchy. Yeah, it held up. It's very saggy, but I think that's just, there's opportunity to, like, improve the technique, right? I'll just keep on working on it. I definitely appreciate having something kind of sheltered to sit underneath this morning. Last night I didn't use it really, other than leaving my things out. Like, my shoes are under here, and I'm gonna make sure there's no, like, spiders in them, but I feel like things were safe under here. This was a good camp. Like, it's so pleasant that I wish I'd brought some hot chocolate with me so that I could, like, make some nice morning hot chocolate. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm not really a breakfast person either. Sometimes I'll stop and, like, get breakfast at McDonald's on my way home. But no, I'm not a breakfast person. But I could definitely go for, like, a fun warm drink this morning. Things to consider for next time. If you've made it this far into the video, first of all, I appreciate you for sticking it out. And maybe consider dropping the video a like. And if you're finding that you watch more than one video, I mean, maybe you want to keep on coming back and you want to hit the subscribe button. I don't know. I don't know your life. But I do know that I'm going to keep on doing stuff like this. And I have some ideas for things that I would like to do that are stepping out of this mold, getting out of my comfort zone. This is camp number 3, and the first one I was so scared, and this one, not scared at all. Very comfortable. So I think it's about time to start getting out of my comfort zone, branching out a little bit. So if you'd like to hang out with me while I branch out and do something new, be sure to subscribe. All that being said, thank you for joining me. I hope I see you again next time. Bye!